Hey, good evening. So I just wanted to do a video of the garden because things are in that nice ugly phase where there's quite a bit of yard work to do, but things are fully grown out because of all of the rain and moisture that we've gotten. Speaking of rain, we're supposed to get a really nasty storm soon today, and it hasn't gotten here yet, but it's on its way. So I'm not going to do too much cleanup because I'll come out here and it'll be all messed up again. So I'm pulling weeds, but I'm throwing them in the path, and then I'll pick it all up once the storm has passed. I think I need to move quick. So this is my little bonsai area. Me attempting to do bonsai anyway. Bonsai. So this is two Cotonia esters. This one really took and did a good job. This one struggled a bit, like it died off, but there's a ton of green on here, so we'll keep going. There's two azaleas. I'm gonna be really quick with this one. The nasturtium is looking really nice. I think I'm gonna plant a coleus back here, so once the nasturtium starts to trail, the coleus will fill in, and it'll be something that'll last me through quite a few of the weeks up until like midsummer. Hosta looks good. The Paris looks good. It's filled in nicely after being damaged. It has some creeping Jenny under the bottom here. Again, sorry for all the weeds, but I've been pulling them out and throwing them into the path. This is some lemon balm, which I'm never going to get rid of it, and that's all right because it dies back and it stays right there. But it's now getting smothered by the hostas, which I like. And some of these are just like, I've never had them have leaves that big, and I guess as they mature, they crowd themselves out. So I'm gonna probably have to remove maybe that one back there next year. But I love them. They're beautiful. So that's good. I have my Japanese maple, which I transplanted, and it hasn't skipped a beat. It needs to be pruned because it's putting out so much growth. It's like really heavy on the ends. So in the fall time, I'll do a lot of pruning on it just to bring it back a little bit because it is pushing out a lot of growth and making the plant really heavy. But it doesn't like it's struggling, which it's all right. So I'm gonna just swing on over to this side without making you all sick. This area is looking a little poor, but I will fix it up soon enough. The crocus greens need to be cut back. The alliums are just beginning to go, but the greens look pretty bad. So I'm gonna hang in there as long as I can because this one hasn't even opened yet. But once they're done, I am gonna like mow everything down to the ground and mulch this really good and just make it look nice and tidy because it's looking a little bit messy. This creeping thyme, which was a big area of creeping thyme, hasn't come back so strong. So I'll pull the weeds out and just let it do what it's going to do. Rose is looking good. This rose struggled. It had some type of disease last year, so it's nice to see that is on. Didn't even see this allium right here. That's beautiful. Some kale, as you can see, and I have my cow peas or my black eyed peas in that pot as well, but they haven't come up. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. And some weeds and some lamb's quarter, which I didn't plant, but is very nutritious. Yeah, alliums are really beautiful. So I'm gonna look forward to having these every year. But the greens on the alliums tend to they're wilting. They're just like, but the blooms themselves are beautiful, but it looks a bit messy. So it is what it is. This white azalea is absolutely beautiful. There's a Rebecca over here, which is coming up. There's another rose here, which is hanging in there. They were both really diseased last year, and I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen, but they're hanging in there. There's some more nasturtium growing in those cinder blocks. There's my mammoth sunflowers back there coming up in the corner. Squirrels haven't got to them, which is amazing. I probably will thin those out to about 5. And that'll be good, because I think this variety has like multi-head stalks. So, and it's not a big area, so I don't want to sacrifice the stronger stalks for having too many stalks. So I'll thin those out soon. I need to talk faster. This thyme is doing well. I see a little flowers. There's some dead areas which I could come and trim those off, but I just love to smell it. It smells amazing. Some ginger here I planted. Hopefully that comes up, and you know, a nice little shallow pan of ginger. I never really get a lot of ginger, but the greens off of ginger can be used for tea, so it's all a benefit, whatever comes up. Again, the hostas look so nice, but other than them, it's just full of weeds, but what you can't see can't hurt you. So, boom, it's fine. The Montauk daisies are looking good. This lemon cypress is looking good. The liriope is looking good, which I got for free. The dianthus underplanted under there, nice pop of color. I like that a lot. This hosta is really filling this area out nicely. There's weeds all in there, but again, I don't fight them, because this backyard is potentially would look like that. It would be covered in weeds. It was a lot of work to even get it to this point. So you just do what you can. There's another Montauk daisy, which looks amazing. But what it is doing, which is what it did last year, is crowding out my rhododendron here, which struggled. But hopefully, once I get some height on it, it'll be able to fight, and I can cut this tree and then provide that area with a little bit more sun. But right now, I think it's benefiting from the shade. But I will cut that branch to give that area some more sun. The coreopsis, like, what can I say? It looks so good, and they push their blooms out far. So you just see the green back there. You don't know what's a weed, but the coreopsis really distracts you from the weeds amongst the stone crop. These weeds I just come by and I just kind of like just pull the tops off, which is probably why they don't really go away. But you know, there's some more dianthus down there. These plantation lilies are amazing. They'll put up a nice tall bloom stalk, which is quite nice. Look at this weed. Look at this. Back here trying to live its best life. Whoa, there, now we're talking. You know, so there's some sticky weed right here. But again, you know, you pull what needs to be pulled, and the rest you kind of just like make friends with it. But the ground is wet, so when I pull them, I'm getting the roots. You don't waste that opportunity. If you can get the whole root, then go for it. But anyway, the plantation lilies look good. This backdrop here was a great idea, because otherwise you would see what I would be fighting with. They were always coming through the fence and just really distracting from the hard work that I've done. So, great investment. I got that off of Amazon. There's several panels. There's 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 panels, and it takes care of the whole fence. And they come in many different colors, but I thought the gray was what I wanted. I didn't want it to be too dark. I thought the gray would really reflect the light and be all of what it is. Storm is coming. Azalea bush here. They did good. This is 3, I believe. And this one blooms a little bit differently than this one, but it's okay. It was a great show. I'm sure eventually I'll have to prune them and shape them. The dianthus under the bottom is a very similar color to the blooms of the azalea. The rain is coming. Sedum. I think this is sedum, not autumn joy. It was some type of sedum, which I planted last November, I believe. And that's coming back great. Once it gets a little taller, I can cut it in half. And then it won't flop over. It'll be a nice little compact little bush here. And what you do is you just, once it gets a little bit taller, you just literally cut it in half, cut the tops off, and it makes for a bushier plant. Instead of this long leggy thing that kind of like flops over, you want it to be strong and sturdy. Hostas. I mean, what can you say? They're just like beacons of light here. It's blocking out this coral bell, but it's loving its little shaded area back here. It's beautiful. Look at that. Not bleeding heart. Burning bush. Here's a bigger one. These are great. They blossom these little delicate yellow flowers. Hopefully it doesn't spread, but in the wintertime you cannot beat that fiery red engine color that it has. You can't beat that color. I will deal with the potential invasion of them just for that color that it provides in the fall time in this otherwise dead shaded area. I have these hostas down here which you can barely see, but if I bring the camera on an angle, you kind of see that, just that little textural difference here. I wish they were a little thicker stand of them, but I know that they will naturalize and really fill in this area quite nicely. So I'm looking forward to that. I have these Lowry IP here, there's a little drift of them there, and these were free, these were given off of a group on Facebook. I was like, yes, I'll take them. I like the little frosty color because it complements this hosta back here, which is the big boy. Look at him, he's amazing. These purple flowers that you see are falling off of this tree here, which you all know how much I hate that tree. Well, if you don't, now you do. But these flowers are everywhere. So I'll have to bring the blower and kind of like blow them into this dead area back here. I call it the dead area because I'll just weed whack it down a couple of times a month. But other than that, it'll just be, native growth. I have this Rose of Sharon that I planted here. It was crowding the front, so I just threw it back here. And then this caramel heuchera, which was in the front, which was struggling, I put that back here as well. This Weigela looks wonderful. We have the quince, which flowered and it was beautiful. There's a couple more blooms back here. They're doubles and they were quite nice. So hopefully, eventually, it'll be full of blooms one year. Under that, there's some more coreopsis, which is beautiful again. And that's, this little rugged corner. I have this rose here, which there's a story behind it, which I won't get into because I just discovered that it's not what I thought it was. Although, I don't know. The story is that I thought this was a sterling silver rose, which sterling silver roses are so lilac-y that they look gray. But clearly this isn't. This is a red rose, which isn't a bad thing, but it's not what I thought. And it is really taking over my birdhouse here. But that's fine, I'll keep it for now. excuse me, I think this is called Virginia creeper. I don't know, but it vines and I gotta keep pulling it out. Excuse me. So yeah, the rose bush. Um, it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be, like I said, the sterling silver rose, but I'll keep it. You know, I'm not gonna rip it out. I've waited 3 years to even get a blossom. You know, some plants have that 3-year rule where the first year it roots, the second year it kind of like grows, and then the third year it puts out the blossoms. And this one was true to that statement, or however that statement goes, because now it has many bulbs, blossoms, and so I'll just enjoy it for whatever it is. Coming back down this way, more of those purple flowers all over the place. It's just such a mess, you know. But you know, it is what it is. It gives you something to do out here. Tulips have gone. I'll cut those back eventually. My propagations worked. Oh my God, I don't know if you all seen the video of me propagating these rhododendrons, but they worked. Look at them. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna just leave this pot tucked under there, and next year I'll harvest them out of here and put them into the landscape, because I'm sure they'll have a nice little root ball. But they're putting out growths from a bud, which takes a tremendous amount of energy. And these were cuttings, so there were no roots. So if it's putting out energy enough to grow the bulb and the leaves look nice and strong, and it's been over a month now, that means that there's clearly some root action. So I'm excited about that. Again, I'll just tuck that right back there. I also did a ton of cuttings of azaleas, and some of them have survived, some of them haven't. But if I get 3, it's more than I had. So again, I'll just tuck that right there and let it just do its thing, and I will either plant that as a clump next year, or try to separate it. But I think I'll just create a nice little azalea bush. And it was, you know, an experiment. I never took cuttings and made propagations of either azalea or rhododendron, but I'm patting myself on the back because I feel like a little bit of a win for me. I guess it's something you need to really do at the beginning of spring, when the conditions aren't hot, to give those cuttings a good chance, because it seemed pretty easy, if I do say so myself. These euonymus are looking fantastic. There's a ton of new growth, and the new growth has a white color, which is why I like them, because it just adds a little pop of color or tonal difference without a blossom. So hopefully they grow and just do their thing. And on this side I have 3 more, and I have them planted with these alliums amongst them, which are wonderful. But again, I don't like the leafy part of the allium, because it's kind of like wilty, and I don't like the way that look. But I like the blossom so much I might just tolerate it. Yeah, the storm is definitely coming. But anyway, talk fast. I gotta come out here one day and just pull out all of these weeds growing amongst everything. Some stone crop, which looks good. It's blossoms. There's some nasturtium growing along the fence there in the cinder blocks. Here's my tomatoes are sprouting. That's awesome. These are spoon tomatoes. Isn't that fantastic? So I'm looking forward to those. This is my bird of paradise. Don't talk about my bird of paradise. It's putting out new leaves, which is great. I know it was going to struggle because it's been inside, but oh no. I gotta talk fast. Here's my mammoth dill, which looks great. My potato bed. Look at that. Look at my potatoes. I'm so excited about those potatoes. Once they get a little taller, I'll put some more soil on those and heal them up a little bit. My sweet potatoes are hanging in there, I think. Uh-oh. Don't need to fall. What happened? Yeah, one of them got ripped out. I don't know what happened. Maybe it doesn't need to be there anyway. But what do I do with the extra sweet potato vine? Maybe I should put it in here in the bucket. Yeah, do that. Put it in the bucket. Just see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? I was gonna put tomatoes in here, but I'll just do sweet potato in there. Do tomato over there. Cool. It needed some more space anyway. Got my peppers. Yeah, everything looks good. Other than that sky. I'm getting a little scared. Yeah, so just do what you love. Plant what you like. If you don't like it, rip it out. If you do like it, plant more of it. God bless you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I will definitely come back and bring you more updates. Pray for my little garden. The sky looking a little ominous here. Hopefully it survives. I'm sure it will, because God is great. And you all are amazing. Peace and blessing, and happy growing. May the 16th, here at my urban oasis. Bye.